Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm going to be doing part 2 of my bow review for the Farmington Atlas ILF hunting bow. If you haven't seen the first part for the bow review I did for this bow, please feel free to check out the link on the description of this video. Now, as you can see, I've added quite a few things to my bow setup since my last video. I've added a magnetic rest, a plunger, and a sight mount. Now, the reason for the sight mount, I'm going to try to see how this bow feels when I shoot it both with and without a sight. There's one thing I forgot to mention on my last video. According to the Farmington website, the handle of the Farmington Atlas is supposed to be made of wood. Just wanted to show you something. That's not wood. Hard plastic. For me, the grip is comfortable. I don't mind it being hard plastic. But I know that there are a lot of recurve shooters out there who sand down their handles just to make it more comfortable. Don't sand this down. Before we do some shooting, let's go ahead and measure this bow to see how accurate the poundage is. I've taken an arrow and I've taped it off at 28 inches. So I'm going to draw it all the way back to 28 inches and I'm going to see how much the poundage is. This is supposed to be 40 pounds at 28 inches. It looks like it's going 35.5 pounds at 28 inches, which is 4.5 pounds lower than what the indicated weight for this bow is supposed to be. Then again, they gave me a Dacron string. Dacron strings are more elastic. Usually with Dacron strings, you subtract 3 to 4 pounds from the actual weight. Maybe one of these days I'm going to replace this with a fast flight string and see how much the poundage is after. Another factor I'm probably not considering for the bow weight is the tiller. I know that there's a 6mm positive tiller for this bow, but I don't know how far up or down the tiller of this bow is dialed, but I don't really want to mess with it. I'll just play with it some other time. Okay, now let's run this through the chrono and see how fast it shoots. So I'm using Black Eagle Outlaw, which is about 7.4 grains per pound at 32 inches, at about 10 grains for the nocks, 14 grains for the inserts, and about 100 grains for the tip. We're looking at around 385 grains. Let's say 385 to 390 grains. $152. $152. $150. So about 151, 152 average feet per second. Not really that fast, but maybe I can try this again once I've played around with the tiller and once I've replaced this with a Flemish twist string.